How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode inside the Orlando Waves franchise fantasy draft series. If you guys missed the last episode, we played the Detroit Pistons and we barely won. I nearly threw the game at the end, but we won 82-79. And today we're going to be playing the Chicago Bulls. But first, I'm going to go over the games that we simulated. We simmed 7 games and we went 4 for 3. In our first game against the 76ers, Bam Adebayo put on an absolute show. 40 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. I really like to see that, but unfortunately we still lost. Bam always playing good. Malik Monk had a really good game against the Raptors. We won that one. Against the 76ers again, we also lost, unfortunately. Then we beat the Suns. Jamal Murray did really good that game. I like to see Jamal Murray doing good. Then we played the Hawaii Honu. We lost that game, unfortunately. We played the Pelicans. Bam had another really good game, 23-10. We also beat the Trailblazers, and today we are going to be playing against the Chicago Bulls. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you guys have been enjoying the series, and let's get into the game. Welcome, everyone, to Chicago. In today's matchup, we have the Orlando Waves, led by Bam Adebayo and Jamal Murray, playing against the Chicago Bulls, led by Paul George and Miles Bridges. Both teams have started off the new season very well. The Waves are 5-4 and the Chicago Bulls are 7-3. Now we take you to the tip-off in Chicago. The Chicago Bulls will win the tip-off, and let's get this game started. After an easy layup by Orlando, Paul George has the ball for the Bulls, and he gets a tough layup to go in, tying the game at 2-2. Now, Chicago up 4-2. They have the ball again. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope open for 3. That will give the Bulls a 7-2 lead. Here we have Norman Powell calling for a screen. He gets a wide open 3, and that will go in 2. 5-7 is the score. Now we have Obi Toppin going in for a layup. He will miss, but Bam Adebayo with the putback dunk to tie the game up at 7. Now we have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope missing a layup, and we have Jamal Murray wide open. Bang! That will be a long 2-pointer. 10-7 is the score. Orlando has gone on an 8-0 run to start the game. Now we have Norman Powell with another long-range 2-pointer, I believe, and that will go in. Norman Powell starting this game off really good. Jamal Murray calling for another screen. Wide open 3-pointer, and the screens are doing really good for Orlando right now. Chicago needs to work on their screen defense. Now we have Chicago with the ball. Paul George bringing the ball up. The game is tied 15-15, and Paul George is going to get the dunk. Now we have Obi Toppin calling for a screen from Dillon Brooks. He's going to be wide open for the long 2, and he will get that to go, tying up the game 17-17. Now we have Norman Powell gets the one-hand slam. What a dunk from Norman Powell. Paul George with the ball. That's a wide open lane, and Paul George will absolutely murder that one. Miles Bridges putting some moves on Obi Toppin, but he gets blocked. But unfortunately for the Waves, he gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Now we have Norman Powell again. Norman Powell getting a lot of action in the first quarter of this game. Gives the ball to Obi Toppin. Wide open, long-range 2-pointer. A lot of long 2s for Orlando, but that will tie the game up. But not for long as Orlando takes the lead again. Never mind. Paul George with the 3-pointer. 26-25. Paul George again. Another wide open 3. Dillon Brooks decides not to guard him. Pretty bold strategy there. Now Norman Powell gets a screen, wide open 3. He will get that one to go too. Now reaching the end of the first quarter, Malik Monk with the ball. He gets the layup to go, and that will be a buzzer beater layup. Orlando up 30-28 at the end of one quarter. And wow, that's crazy. I never see buzzer beater layups, but there you go. Now second quarter, we have Jose Alvarado putting on some moves. Misses the layup though. Malik Monk for 3. That one will go. Malik Monk heating up. 35-32 is the score. Malik Monk finds Bam Adebayo, and he will get the easy lay-in. Now we have Monte Morris dribbling the ball. The ball will get, knocked away and stolen. No, it will be a jump ball between Monte Morris and Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado, he can jump, and he will get the jump ball to go. Jalen Johnson with the ball finds Bam Adebayo. Yes, I was waiting for that to happen, and Bam gets the easy lay-in. The score 39-34. Malik Monk has the ball. He gets another screen. Wide open 3. Bang. He knew that one was going in too. The score is 42-34. Orlando putting on a good lead. As Chicago gets an easy layup to go in, Orlando definitely needs to work on its interior defense a little bit. As Bam Adebayo gets the ball and he puts in a layup. Their interior offense, on the other hand, is really good. Bam Adebayo almost unstoppable. And That will be a brick, and Bam gets the rebound. Passes it to Jalen Johnson. Long three, and that one will go in. What a shot from Jalen Johnson. The score is 47-40, and Josh Hart will get the and one foul, making the score 43-47. 4 minutes left in the second quarter, and Bam will get blocked by Alex Len. You do not see that often, but Jeremiah Robinson-Earl has the ball right now. Gets a screen from Bam, and he will give it back to Bam, and Bam will get the and one. So that will make, saying he makes a shot, and he does. The score is 50-43, Orlando leading. Now we have 54-43, Orlando getting some more points on the board, and that's going to be a steal. Malik Monk finding Bam Adebayo for the one-hand fadeaway, and the score is 58-43 near the end of the second quarter. Now off the screen, Josh Richardson gets the dunk. He could have shot a three, but he decided to go for the dunk. Malik Monk wide open. He will slam it down. That was quite a dunk. Very violent from Malik Monk. I love to see dunks like that. Now we have Jeremiah Robinson-Earl giving it back to Malik Monk. They're running a play here, and that will be stolen by Monte Morris, and that's going to be the end of the first half. The score is 60-47. I think Orlando's playing really good. Chicago definitely needs to step up their defense, as Bam Adebayo has 21 points and 11 rebounds. Monte Morris with 10 points and 8 assists, though. And yeah, Orlando is just controlling this game. Now we head to the third quarter. Monte Morris gets absolutely destroyed on that block by Bam Adebayo. But it will remain Chicago ball, and Monte Morris redeems himself with a three-pointer. The score is 62-54, and Obi Toppin decides not to guard Miles Bridges. Now we have Norman Powell calling for another screen. Norman Powell and his screens, he just loves them. This time he gets to the rack and dunks it down. 64-56 is the score. Let's look at this one again. Wow, what a dunk from Norman Powell. He's having a really good game. So is Bam. Obi Toppin, however, is not, as he gets blocked by Miles Bridges, and Paul George has the ball. And that's going to be a wide open Monte Morris. Monte Morris gets the lay-in. 64-60. Chicago has closed the gap, and that's going to help them even more. Long two-pointer for Paul George, and the score is 66-64 now. Now we have a tie game because no one decides to guard Miles Bridges. Obi Toppin needs to work on his defense right now. Bam Adebayo with quite a layup there. I like to see that from Bam. And he goes in again, but this time he gets blocked, unfortunately. We still have the ball. Norman Powell gets a screen. Wide open three. He knew that was going in. And that's going to be a three-pointer. 71-68 is the score. Now we have 73-70. Miles Bridges with a monster dunk. Wow, he did like a double clutch, I think. 73-72. Although Norman Powell has another wide open three-pointer. That will go in. Josh Richardson with a three. He's making that as well. A lot of 3 points right now. Just a barrage of three-point shots. Now we have Dylan Brooks going to the rack. There we go. Getting some action for Dylan Brooks. He's been pretty quiet this game. Now Dylan Brooks gets the pass to Malik Monk. Back to Bam Adebayo. Bam draws two, and Dylan Brooks is wide open for three. Bang. That one's going to go in near the end of the third quarter. And yeah, the third quarter will be ending. Bam Adebayo throws up a shot. That will be no good. 85-77. So Chicago kind of closed the gap, but then the gap reopened. Chicago basically needs to have a really good fourth quarter if they want to win this game. And as we hop into the fourth quarter, that will be a dunk. I don't know who that is, but he got a really good dunk there. Now Paul George passes it to Josh Richardson. Wow. He caught Jamal Murray jumping, and he got the easy lay-in. And just like that, this game is close again. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, is that a three? That will be a three-pointer, 87-86. And now Chicago has the lead, and they just expanded it. 89-94 is the score in this game. Chicago having a really good bounce back this quarter as Jamal Murray gets a long two to go. I thought that was a three. It is not, as Paul George misses a shot, but Andre Drummond gets the easy board, puts it in 91-96 as we reach the final 4.5 minutes of this game. And Jamal Murray will get blocked. Wow, what a block from Andre Drummond, and that's not good for the Waves as Josh Richardson gets the layup to go. The score is 98-91, and Chicago is advancing their lead as Jamal Murray gets the three to go, and the score will be 94-100 now. Jamal Murray finds Obi Toppin. There we go, Obi Toppin gets a good layup to go. Orlando only deficing from 4 points now, and Paul George with a three. That will go in. Paul George is getting on fire at the end of this quarter here, and he just goes in for a layup and one, though. Obi Toppin fouled him. Not a good game for Obi Toppin. Unfortunately for the Bulls, Paul George misses the free throw, and Jamal Murray wide open three. He will get that one to go, 99-105. Chicago is up by 6 points. Now they'll be up by 8 as Paul George gets a dunk to go. Bam, being double teamed doesn't matter. He's too big. He gets that one to go into the basket, 107-101. And the alley-oop dunk to Andre Drummond, that very well could be the dagger. Bam doing whatever he can to bring this game back. Malik Monk for three, that definitely will help. The score is 104-109, 5-point deficit. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope finds Miles Bridges wide open for the dunk. And with 1 minute left, it's looking very unlikely for the Waves, 111-104. Bam Adebayo gets in the paint. He does get that one to go, 106-111 now. Dylan Brooks passes to Obi Toppin, and Obi Toppin will turn the ball over. Not a good game at all for Obi Toppin, and Orlando will foul. Paul George at the line makes the first shot, and he will also make the second shot. This game is likely over as, Jamal Murray misses the layup, and that will be the game. The final score will be 115-108. What a game by both teams. It's terrible for Orlando because they were controlling the game up until the beginning of the fourth quarter when everything just kind of fell apart. Chicago did a really good job of recovering from the massive deficit that they have at halftime and at the end of the third quarter. That game was phenomenal for Paul George. He played really well, and I think he probably got player of the game. Another good game for Bam Adebayo. We love to see Bam doing good, leading the team. Jamal Murray did decent, and Norman Powell actually did really good this game. Let's look at the box score. Paul George, 32 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. What a game. Monte Morris also did good, 19 points, 10 assists, so a double-double for Monte Morris. And then everyone else was kind of just role-playing. Bam Adebayo, 33 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. That was really good for Bam. Then we have Norman Powell with 22 points and Jamal Murray with 17 points. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a really good, entertaining game. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. And, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Rusty Bucket, out.